Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Charles and I'm from Stargazing Experience. Tonight we're gonna have another episode of our stargazing tours from Terrace, the quarantine edition of our night tour. Enjoy! Tonight's subject of our observation will be a Ursa Major, one of the most famous constellation of the North Sky, also known as a Plough or a Big Dipper. What we're gonna see? We're gonna see basic this constellation. We're gonna observe also the inside of this constellation, because this constellation is hiding many of the beautiful deep sky objects. But it's not enough. This constellation is also a very useful constellation to find one of the most famous star of the North Sky. Which one will gonna be? Very good, a North Star. This constellation also helping us a lot to find a North Star. Let's see how does it look like. Where to find this constellation? Yes, obviously it's a constellation of the North Sky, so we should look on the north part of our sky. A Plough, a Big Dipper or a Ursa Major, it's made of the 7 stars that's visible right now upon our heads. Look over here. Even though you might be right now in the middle of the city, you still should see those stars. They are bright stars visible from most of the places from the North Hemisphere. 7 stars all around in here. I mentioned before that Plough or a Big Dipper or Ursa Major, if you prefer. It's a very useful constellation. We can use it to find a North Star. Yes, a Plough helps us to find the most famous constellation of the North Sky, the North Star, or the Polaris, if you prefer this very name here. How to find it? Look on the sky. We just need to find those 2 stars of the Big Dipper constellation. We need to measure distance between those 2 stars. It's enough when you take your straight arm with the 2 fingers to point on those very stars. You're gonna have a distance between them. We need to measure this distance and go this distance 5 times to the north side of the sky in a one line. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a North Star in here. I'm gonna point with my laser also, so you can see how to find it easily, just using this very simple trick. We have those 2 stars of the Plough. We're measuring distance between this one and the other one, and counting 5 those distances. So that will be 1, second one, third one, 4th one, and the 5th one, and we have a North Star. As you see, those 3 stars, in a one perfect line in here. This very simple trick helps us a lot to find a North Star. This trick works everywhere, irrelevant where are you. If you're in London, if you're in Berlin, if you're in New York, this trick works always and everywhere, always helping us to find a North Star. North Star is also part of the constellation. That will be a small Plough or a small Dipper constellation, or if you prefer, a small Bear constellation. Maybe it's not as bright as a Big Dipper, so maybe it's a little bit harder to find on the sky. Nevertheless, it's there. Maybe in the middle of the city you're not gonna see all of those stars, but definitely you're gonna see a North Star, basically in here, and to those 2, the outer part of the small Bear constellation, those 3 stars will be visible nearly always and nearly from everywhere if you're gonna look on the north part of the sky. Why do we care about North Stars so much? Why do we say this is the most famous star on the north sky? Because this star is very useful star. For centuries we used to use a North Star for a navigation. But how we can navigate through the one star? Yes, we can. We actually can. North Star, it's nearly with the center of the axis of the spinning Earth. So when we have the Earth in here, this star happened to be nearly perfectly aligned with the axis of the spinning Earth. So if the star is aligned with the axis of the spinning Earth, it means that the angle between horizon level and this star is exactly the same as the latitude that we are right now on the globe. So right now on Tenerife we are more or less about 28 degrees of the latitude, the north hemisphere. Therefore, this star over here is also about 28 degrees above the horizon level. So if we're gonna take a cruise towards, let's say, to England, north from here, we're gonna see how the angle between horizon level and this star gonna rise and rise and rise. Therefore, sailors used to use this star to orientate themselves. Where are they on the sea? So if we're gonna take even cruise farther to the north and we're gonna go towards to the North Pole, finally when we're gonna get there, we're gonna see that the North Star is straight above our heads. If from here, from Tenerife, we're gonna go towards the south, we're gonna see the star gonna go lower and lower and lower and lower, till we're gonna get to the equator and we're gonna see that the North Star is aligned with the horizon level. Let's get back to the Big Dipper Constellation. Let's see what we can find inside of this constellation. We are expecting to see a few galaxies inside there and one of the planetary nebula. Where are they? Idea. One of the constellation of the planetary nebula will gonna be perfectly in the middle of the Big Dipper constellation. We're gonna find a Messier 97 and a Messier 106. Messier 97, that will be a planetary nebula known as a All Nebula. And 106, that will be one of the galaxies that we can find inside of the Big Dipper constellation. Two other galaxies, that will be a pinwheel galaxy. We can find it over here. A pinwheel galaxy, a Messier 101. And also we expect to see one of my favorites, the Messier 51, which also listed on the list of the peculiar galaxies. Let's switch for a telescope observation. Let's see what this constellation is hiding inside. Let's see those objects with our equipment, with our astrophotographic telescope that we have with us right here. Telescope is connected with the computer, camera is connected with the computer, auto guiding is working. I start to take a picture of the Messier 101, also known as a pinwheel galaxy. I choose a large exposition, a big exposition, 240 seconds with the ISO 800. Let's see what we can get. We are nearly done, and 98% of the picture we should have it on the screen anytime now. And zoom out. Marvelous, beautiful, perfectly in the center. Yes, beautiful. We can see a spiral arms of this galaxy spinning clockwise in here. This galaxy is basically facing directly towards to us. That's why we have such a beautiful view for this galaxy. But I'm gonna play a little bit with the post-processing in here. Like I said, like I mentioned, and like I did on the previous episode, this is not a professional astrophotography. We're gonna just do this for a purpose of this very presentation, so we can see this galaxy better on the single picture. Okay, to be honest, I'm very happy with this picture. It's kind of, for a single picture, that's a That's a very good shot in here. We can see the very bright center of the galaxy. We can see the spiral arms of this galaxy. Yes, it's a beautiful galaxy. M101, a pinwheel galaxy, beautifully visible in here. Okay, let's move for some other. I promised you some more of the galaxy. I promised you also a planetary nebula. Let's switch to this very picture. I'm gonna reposition my telescope right now. I'm hoping to see a galaxy M106 together with Messier 97, which is an old nebula, the planetary nebula. I'm hoping to see this one on the one shot. Okay, telescope its position, let's connect the camera, let's take another one shot, and the picture is done. Let's see how those two objects are visible on our picture here. First of all, I zoom it slightly. A picture is kind of dark. I can play with the sliders in here to make it visible. Yes, and they start to be visible. Let's zoom it slightly. Let's gonna zoom it. We can see a galaxy in here. That's a galaxy M106, and over here maybe a faint, but in a moment we're gonna try to make it better, a planetary nebula. Planetary nebula, it's basically a situation after the star explodes. We can see the outer layers of the star that were pushed away by the explosion of the star. That's a situation after a supernova. But let's play slightly with this picture. Maybe we can get it even better. Yes, here we go. On the one picture we can see those two objects, a galaxy M106 and the All Nebula. Why All Nebula? Because when you look, let's zoom it, when you look on this galaxy, when you look on this planetary nebula, the first man who discovered this one, he saw the All's eyes in here in this nebula. That's why till nowadays we called it a All Nebula, a planetary nebula, Messier 97. Just on the left side of this nebula, we can see a beautiful galaxy M106. It's a slightly bigger galaxy than our galaxy, the Milky Way. It's more or less about size of the Andromeda. Beautifully visible in here in this position. It's not like a pinwheel galaxy that was straight toward to us. This one, it's slightly bended. We can see a part of the edge of this galaxy also in here. There's one more object I would like to show you inside of this constellation, inside of the constellation of the Big Bear, my all-time favorite galaxy M51, which is also listed on the list of the peculiar galaxies. Why? We're gonna see how the two galaxies, a bigger one, it's combining with the satellite galaxy of it. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna reposition my telescope one more time. I'm gonna take this picture. So hold up a moment. We'll be back with this picture just in a sec. And the picture is ready, my dear Galaxy M51. To be honest, this galaxy is not exactly on the Ursa Major. It's very close to the Ursa Major, the three stars, but it's actually a part of the other constellation, the Canis Venecis. But sometimes in some catalogs it is classified with the Ursa Major constellation. Let's see how does it look like. We can see beautifully a spiral galaxy, a bigger one in here, consuming a smaller galaxy, a satellite galaxy in here. Let's play a little bit to see its contrast, its color even better. So we can see a galaxy with the actually very small center. it's a very small center for such a big galaxy that we can see. The very stretched arms of this galaxy, probably they are stretched due to the fact that the other mass of the galaxy has stretched them a lot from this very distance. The galaxy M51, it's listed on the list of the peculiar galaxies. I had almost forgot that Ursa Major hiding two other galaxies. They are very close to each other, Messier 81 and Messier 82, also known as the galaxy Bode and Cigar. Final picture is ready. Two galaxies on the one shot, the galaxy Bode and galaxy Cigar. Those two galaxies nearly 12 million light years away from us, discovered by the same astronomer Johann Bode, the German astronomer named Johann Bode. Therefore, one of these galaxies named galaxy Bode, after the astronomer who discovered this one, and the other one Cigar. A Cigar galaxy, basically because of the shape. Let's see how does it look like on the picture. Full screen, and we can see two galaxies on the one shot. That will be a galaxy Bode, and that will be a galaxy Cigar. It definitely looks like a cigar in here. A little bit play with the background adjusting. Nice and beautiful. So again, galaxy Bode in here, a spiral galaxy, and a galaxy Cigar in here, the two very famous galaxy inside of the Big Dipper Constellation. My dear, that's the end of the tonight stargazing observation. We have observed a Big Dipper Constellation. We also have seen a small Dipper Constellation, so Big Bear and a small bird. But we have focused mostly on the end of our tour on the deep sky observation, on the objects that we can see inside of the Big Dipper Constellation. We have seen several galaxies inside. We have seen a planetary nebula, the remnant of the supernova of the one of the star. Thank you very much for attention, and look forward for more of our stargazing tours from the Terrace, the quarantine edition of our stargazing tours. See you soon, and see you next time.